Today we were learning about like self doubt. We were learning about just the truth, like what is the truth. And today, as I'm a leader at one of my churches, not one of my churches, at my church, we started talking about the truth and we started talking about doubt. And what comes to my mind is all the lies that the enemy kind of tells you when you are embarking on anything that you are embarking on. I sat there and I'm just like, I am just not worthy enough, nor do I have the skill enough to do what I think God has called me to do. So a lot of times when I'm talking to people, they're like, oh my God, like you should be a minister, you should start ministering, you should start talking to people, encourage people, all of these things. So today at church, I'm like looking at different girls and I'm like, she could be more qualified than me. Um, he probably would like her more than me. Um, and something else that I've like dealt with is like, you know, just why was it me that God wanted me to write this devotional journal? Like, why was it me that he wants me to start like this podcast? Why do I feel like I want to cry? And you sit there and you not doubt yourself because, like, as everybody's saying, I did it right. It's out there. But I ask, like, am I too much for this? Am I qualified for this? Can I really do this? I did it. But if you're in the same boat where you're just like, and like, do people really want to understand and know the journey that it took to even get here with God? Like, do people even care? Like, how can I help someone else get freed from whatever disaster is going on in their head, whatever disaster? And then I thought to myself, how do you help somebody else? You help somebody else by sharing your testimony, which most of this page is my testimony. Most of this page is how I got here. It's not glitz, it's not glam, but I think as I was talking to a friend's brother, I came downstairs in my new townhouse and I'm like, this was makeup money. Like, makeup money got me here. And I'm not saying that makeup money was the only, no, God got me here because through still bad credit, through still working through things, He got me here. Like, He's the one that did it. And I think through the testimonial or through just everything that I've gone through, just seeing that God shows up each and every time. It's not about money. It's not about what you're going to do. It's about how God can shine through you. So the devotional has to do how God is going to raise up his daughters, his sons through that devotional. Um, the podcast is how God is going to raise up, and show out in that podcast. We are used as vessels so that we can bring people closer to the light so they can look. And we are literally just disciples. We're literally just here to let everybody know that Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. Like, and that's it. We have just all been deceived to think that money is going to get us where we need to go. That's a lie. That people are going to get us where we need to go. That's a lie. Jesus is the only way that you're going to live the life that you want to live. Why do you think people ask for prayer all the time? Because they know inside that's the truth. So I sat there and I'm just like doubting myself and being like, you know, what makes me so special to even do half the things that God has even called me to do? And I'm like, it doesn't make me special. It glorifies Him, makes Him special. It makes Him look like the God that He is. The only reason why I'm standing here today and I have the fruits of the Spirit, the joy, the peaceful, the self control, the calmness, even with all the other BS that goes through my head, is that I just will continue to turn my face to God. I don't care what anybody else says or anybody else thinks or does. I will always turn my face towards God because I know what it was when I left Him the last time. And I will know that I will not leave Him this time. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you know what? As He says, like, it's time to share. It's time to share. It's time for people to see. It's time for you to share the testimony. You need to share this because someone needs to see that through Christ, all things are possible. It's not glitz. It's not glam. It's not pretty. It's relearning an entire new way of even thinking that it's just all new. Is it worth it? Yeah. Do I have, and I'm like looking like, I, I don't even know why He picked me. I don't know, because sometimes I'm like, I'm not even that educated to even talk about this. I'm not even, I don't even feel worthy to even talk about this. I looked at other people today and I was like, yeah, you would have been a better pick. But time and time again, God doesn't call those people. He calls who He wants to call. He chooses who He wants to use. Then I can be down about it or whatever and not act upon it, or I can act upon it and just do the best that I know that I can with His help, with His guidance, to serve each and every one of you that He wants to pour into. I think that's my TED Talk for today. And I don't know what we're about to embark on, but I know I want to start a series. I know that because it is time to level up. It is just time to, it's just time. It is time to level up. So if you ever felt self doubt, if you ever felt like you're not worthy, if you ever, just take a minute and walk persistently through the fear and see what that does. Because as I did it today, I noticed that, wow, like they are paying attention. They are paying attention. That means He's going to use it. He's going to use me in some form. I just don't know it yet. And maybe He already has.